Hey, fellow babies, welcome to the show once called Journalistic Integrity at its Finest by none other than Lois Lane. It's 42 minutes later. How y'all
Welcome
doing?
to the 42 show. After 42 minutes later, where quality is a thing of the past.
Exactly. Take your morals and your scruples and throw them out the window for this one.
Shove them up right at you. Bing bong.
Did somebody say balloon knot?
Nice. We did not.
So how's it? We were going to tell the story of the attempt to get Lithuanian beer in my quiet little mountain town.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still failing. I checked 2 other places.
Lithuanian?
Yeah, that's generally the thing I get. Have you ever got that stare of bewilderment from somebody? They just cock their head like a dog. Right? So we're going to have to fall back to plan C. I think there's a couple more beer stores in town I can still check. I haven't checked them all yet. I'm scared to call them and ask this because they'll end up putting the janitor on the phone or something, you know. But
have you got any Lithuanian beer? Oh, I don't know. We just got ones made with hops.
Yeah,
What
mainly
flavor is
barley,
that?
sometimes rice. But I do have some ex-in-law relatives that are, you know, still on the good side of life and chattable and stuff. And they live in a town a couple hours north of me, and they own a beer store. So if it comes to it, I'll get them to import something for me. I mean, you know, no big deal, right? Even if it costs a little bit more, Demetrius has already covered the bill, so it's fine. And we'll give this a go eventually.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just
Buffering?
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, buffering like bad. Oh, talking of buffering, when did I see that? You just check a little pageroonie that I've got open.
Oh God!
No, it's not that page.
Welcome to the OnlyFans edition of 42 Minutes Later.
I saw something that was funny about buffering, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I remember.
Wouldn't you
what it
like
was.
to have a buffer too?
No, there was this really, really crappy film on. It would take a few minutes to get to the buffering part. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. There was this crappy film on tonight on the telly. Just started as we were getting ready to do the show. And what was it? What was it called? It's called. I made a note of it. It's called Deadly Instinct, made in 1997, a science fiction cheapo piece of shit. Which was really funny because the titles were rolling, and it was in association with the Isle of Man Film Commission. What do you mean Isle of Man Film Commission? There's like only about 10 people live on the bloody island.
I was just going to say, is that like one rich guy that just doesn't know what to do with himself? I mean,
no, it's just Eric down the pub. He's the film commission. Yeah, I'll give you 40 quid to make this movie.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, it's got one of Britain's sweethearts in it, Samantha Janus. She was a real like cutie pie that, you know, when back in the day.
Like Twiggy Day back in like the...
Oh no, not that far. You know, it's like
Okay.
90s and noughties. You know,
Okay.
She was quite a lot of stuff. Yeah. Very cute girl. And you know, so I was thinking, what did she come from the Isle of Man or something? Or I had to check. I had to check up on her to see, you know, maybe you know the Isle of Man Film Commission was like her uncle or something. No. It's she was born in Brighton, so it wasn't. That's not the connection. But then I was looking through her, you know, her Wikipedia thing, and it was like Samantha Janus, and she's got brothers and sisters. She's got a sister called Zoe Janus. You will not believe what her brother's called. You've got to make a guess. Actually,
Okay,
come
hold
on,
on.
chat.
Janus,
Chat, you got
anus.
chat. You've got a chance here
Yenis.
to
Yenis.
a penis.
Yesticle. Yesticle.
Yeah. Harry Roper got it. Hugh.
Really?
Yeah. Her brother's name is Hugh Janus.
Oh my God. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, but well, her parents are called Painful and Dicky. Bleeding,
Yeah.
bleeding Janus.
Can you imagine the poor girl on the airport doing the thing? I'm looking for a huge anus. Please come to the counter and see me.
I bet he doesn't go. He's probably the Isle of Man film commission because he just moved there because he had to get away and hide.
He tapes his ass cheeks together so when he farts, there's friction so he can deny it, right?
Oh, unbelievable. Parents, just don't do that. Don't do that to people.
No,
I'm trying to remember what the buffering connection. Oh, that's right, because that was the most recent thing Samantha Janus was in. Was a TV show called Buffering. And I think we should sue them for that.
Yeah, that's inappropriate use of trademark right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, it's just funny that when you see a crappy film and you just go down this rabbit hole going, what the fuck's that's about?
Yeah.
Who's involved in this? Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay. Crappy film. I don't know that it's actually crappy, but just because of me and a few personality quirks and idiosyncrasies, I couldn't handle it. A movie called Dogville.
Dogville.
It had what's her name? The pretty redhead from Australia, Nicole Kidman in it. It's from the 90s, and the opening shot is of a tiny little town, but it's not a real town. It's a big black soundstage, and they use chalk outlines to show you the street and the building. And in the buildings, the odd person has a piece of furniture, but it's basically just a black soundstage.
Oh, yes, I know that. I know that movie, yeah.
It's screwed up. It's weird.
It's like they made a movie of theater, very, very basic.
Yeah.
What do you call that kind of theater where it's just, it is literally just like a wall set, and that's the kitchen.
As a piece of theater, it would have been more natural. But I went into it expecting like a normal movie, and I expected that weird chalk line intro to just be an intro. But it didn't go away, and that was, they would knock on doors that weren't there, and all the sound effects were there, right? It was
That's
weird.
That's funny. It just opens up with a set on a little model, and doesn't pan away.
Yeah, it was strange. I'm not going to give away any of the movie if you're into that kind of thing, and the director
Did you watch it? Did you watch it all the way through?
I watched half of it, and I just wasn't in the mood for that kind of movie. I thought I was getting into something different.
I was going to say, when you say you're going to give anything away, I thought, my God, did you get to the end?
No,
no spoilers.
But I did look it up after. I was like, but I read the synopsis of the movie. I did not understand from that I was going to be in this, right? So I did have to look it up a bit. But it is, I guess, a good movie. It's just weird. You got to be in the right mood for it,
It's probably an actor's movie.
Well,
you just don't understand.
Well, it's by some director person who, like, all of Hollywood adored at the time and stuff, and everybody was willing to do like whatever it took to work with this person and blah blah. And I don't know.
Yeah, well, that doesn't always work out well in Hollywood.
yeah, exactly, right. What's his name, Weinstein or whatever. You know?
This guy's a master of the art. Let's put him in charge of Spider-Man thing, and it's all fucked up.
Oh yeah. Give it to Michael Bay, Roland Emmerich. It's over. All right.
Yeah. Michael Bay's all right. I just don't like his movies.
Yeah. But Emmerich, it's just, okay, we're going to do a movie. What's the script? Who cares? We're going to start destroying national landmarks. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Chekhov play. Doesn't matter. Don't care.
Exactly. Yeah. Halfway through the movie, he doesn't know who the stars are, even.
Ah, dear.
Yeah.
They're all aliens.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another weird movie I saw the other day. I say it's a weird movie. It's not a weird movie. It's a very, very funny movie. There was just a weird moment in it, but I can't remember which one it was, but it was a Buster Keaton movie.
Okay.
And I think he was like out in the Yukon or something, just like, or Alaska. And
Beetlejuice. Oh, no, that's Michael Keaton. Okay, hold on.
Buster Keaton, the one with the little hat and the, doesn't never smiles. And well, anyway, he's being chased by some. I've never seen this before, but it was like because they're on the snow. He was on this like a taxi, which was like on skis. I think it was being pulled by horses, a bit like a sleigh, I suppose. And he was being followed by a guy on a machine, like it was like skis. He sat on, but with a propeller on the back of it. Like those things you get in those like wetlands, with a big propeller on the back and just
swamp
like,
boat.
Skids.
Yeah,
swamp boat.
Yeah.
But it was like that, but on skis, right?
Oh, okay.
So I've never seen that before, and okay,
that's actually a cool idea. Yeah.
But Buster Keaton was being followed by this guy, and so when he wasn't looking, he unscrewed the hub of the propeller. Took the propeller off, turned it around, put it back on again, and screwed the hub back on. So when the guy got on to chase after him, he just went backwards. Now this really fucked with my head for a good half hour because I was trying to figure it out. Because if you take a propeller off and turn it around and put it back on again, the propeller is still working the same direction. It doesn't. You're not changing the pitch of the blade. So if you take a propeller off and put it the other way around, it will still push him forward.
Yes. Yeah.
You have to actually change the. You have to reverse the pitch of the blade.
But there's never been a propeller made that you could flip the other way around because they're usually made for the whole locking mechanism and stuff on the front, right? Like there's no way that would work.
But that was the thing. I was sitting here with my hands, it's like the propellers, and then trying to turn them around and put them back the other way, and thinking, wait a minute, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, they might. Yeah, depending if there's like some real weird shaping going on. If they had like Adrian Newey helping them, the master of aerodynamics from Formula One and stuff, they might be less efficient, but they're still going to be basic. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Pitched in the same direction,
yeah. Well, that was I watched an episode of a show today. I was just making sure it's going to be okay for Felix when he gets home tomorrow to watch. And dude is pushed off a roof. He's supposedly like a super powered person, and he's got these handcuffs on that make him so he's not super powered. And his this chick jumps off the roof because she's got the key to unlock them and just catches up to them as they're falling and unlocks the handcuffs, and then boom, he can save the day. But she didn't do the whole, when you're skydiving and you put your arms back and all that shit to make yourself more aerodynamic, right? To speed up at all. So how did she catch up to him?
Brilliant.
Yeah, right. As I'm watching it, I'm like, that was an amazing scene. And at the end of it, I was like, but it's just bullshit.
It doesn't work.
But it was a great scene, right? Because the non-superpowered person just hurled themselves off of a building, right? We had a direct donation in here from Demetrius Siganovas in the chat there. 7-Eleven, a great store too. Boom, baby. Dogville was a fantastic movie. A lot of people agree. And like I was saying, I think there's a really good movie in there if you go through it, but you got to be in the mood for something that's not traditional. It's basically a stage play, right? And he says same as Gravity. Oh, the first time I watched Gravity, I had no clue the whole switcheroo and all that. I don't want to do any spoilers, right? I don't mind spoiling awful movies because we're trying to keep you from watching them. But I thought Gravity was great. I agree there. Very much so. I thought that was good. Point Break. I haven't watched that one. I remember I had to look it up when Iron Man called Thor Point Break. I was like, what? I looked up the movie and I saw the movie poster and I was like, oh, I already get it. You know? Or when
Point
Iron Man
Blank.
called the psycho with the one-armed steel guy from Captain America's world Manchurian Candidate. I had to look that one up too. I was like, oh, I've heard of that movie, but I don't get the reference.
Well, it's a phrase, isn't it? Rather than
well, it's
as well as the movie.
Well, I think did the movie come first or the phrase come first?
I'm sure it's a phrase.
I'm not sure on that one.
I'm not too sure. I don't even know what it means.
No, I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay, and I've already forgot because Marvel movies are those things that are just very easy to forget. They're like that what we call Chinese food in North America. It's satisfying when you eat it, but it leaves you wanting more afterwards because there's not a lot of substance, right?
It's kind of interesting that Marvel movies are like digging into like pop culture, but sophisticated pop culture to make it sound like they're more sophisticated themselves.
Yeah,
it's like Iron Man talking about Shakespeare or something.
Yeah.
Shall I compare thee to the summer's day? Shut up, Iron Man. Just punch the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I did, speaking of the Marvel movies, though, I did like Andrew McCarthy playing the Ultron
I thought you were going to say
character.
Andrew Mercado.
Yeah.
What's he doing? What was he doing in the Marvel movie?
Andrew Mercado was in Avengers Endgame. He's that guy on the right that gets killed, but he had a cameo. Yeah.
He's the one just off the left of the screen. He's there. He's there. It's just the camera didn't quite pick him up. It was widescreen, but it's just not quite wide enough.
He missed his flight, but Dunk was working on that movie and just drew him in.
Put him in afterwards.
Yeah, we're just teasing Andrew.
No, we're not. He's not listening.
Yeah.
He doesn't watch this shit.
Yeah, he's a good guy. You know, I'm sure a little play like that is no problem for him. You know,
well, if it's not, come on, put him up, put him up.
Yeah,
we know you like it. You know you like a good fight.
Yeah, I'm sure he endorses that kind of humor.
Stop it.
And now for something completely different.
Let's try something completely different.
I thought you were going to do your whole thing about shorts that have been pulled up too tight.
Pigeon toes. No, hang on. Pigeon feet.
Here, we have a winner.
Another award for me to stroke.
I think that's the award that gives back. We have a winner for the big first prize. David Lee Roth lyric.
Oh, okay. Who? Never heard of him.
He's the guy he's one of the first guys that Eddie Van Halen kicked out of his band.
Okay.
There was a few.
Oh dear. Rock and rollers.
Yeah. Hoochie coo. Rock and roll. Pat Travers. My son likes Pat Travers. It's funny. He'll sing the song snorting whiskey and drinking cocaine, and he has no idea what he's saying, but he likes the song. It's really funny. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Bell, I do that a lot, showing my age, you know. Yeah. Or he likes boom boom, out go the lights. He loves some of that old 70s stuff. He's got great taste in music.
Well,
really
I'm sure
good.
you don't. I'm sure you probably don't let him have a chance to have a bad taste in music.
There's one song he likes that drives me crazy by some K-pop band that, like some K-pop is actually I can listen to. I actually like that Psy guy, the funny guy with the videos.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I can't believe I just heard that. Was there a glitch in the Matrix just then?
No, he is like an actual real musician. He just puts humor in the music, right? I really dig that guy. I find his if you actually listen, a lot of the songs are really well written and done. It's not just 5 people dancing on stage going, if you want to be my girlfriend or whatever the hell, right? Yeah, like that Gangnam Style video. Thank you for posting that there, Tom Lobos. It made him come across in North America like it was just a joke. But if you go through his whole catalog and history and stuff, that's what he does, right? He's got this video called Daddy or something, and it's him superimposed onto an old man and a child at the same time, and it's freaking hilarious, but it's actually a really good tune.
Wow. Well, I'll take your word on that.
But you go back to an older track of his, it's called Right Now, and you could take that song and redo it with distorted guitars and stuff, and it would just be an awesome tune. Like, it's just
wasn't that Fatboy Slim?
Right here, right now, right here, right now.
Yeah, no, but the song Right Now is the one that really shows that he's like an actually really good songwriter, not just a pop star. It's a really good tune. I learned how to play it with distorted guitars, and it's a great tune.
At least he's not a rapper.
Oh. And I like that he's like super popular and famous and everything, and he's a bit pudgy and stuff. He's not perfect,
He's not a young man either, is he?
No.
Yeah.
No. He came.
That's the thing about K-pop is like, they must like take them to the gravel pit once they've hit 19, 20.
Except it's for like, him.
Yeah. Your music career is over. You're not young and pretty anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, they recycle them hard. And it seems to be very much Motown, where the songs are written for you and all that kind of stuff for a lot of these bands too, right? My son listens to one from a band called Ozone that drives me crazy. Oh, my God. Yeah. And it's just the most formulaic garbage. It's terrible. It's awful.
I do love the fact that was it an Irish band? Yeah, it was an Irish band. We had a good Boyzone. At least they're a bit creative with their name. No, just gonna call it Ozone. Yeah,
yeah.
Where did that come from?
We protect you all. It's just. Oh no, the CFCs! I'm melting. Left-handed Jedi in the chat says, keep on trucking. Speaking of which, I had a great score the other day when I was searching out vinyl for my collection. I found Jerry Reed, Eastbound and Down, which is essentially the soundtrack for Smokey and the Bandit. It's an awesome record. It was really cool. My son loved it. It was great.
Can't remember the music in that.
Well, I could sing it, but it's not really my style, so it wouldn't work out well. And because it's associated with the movie and all, if we try to play it, I'm sure we'll just get, balloon not fucked.
Yeah. I saw an interesting banner on the side of a big double-decker bus the other day, and it was for the Abba concert. What was it called? What are they doing now?
No, not this shit again, as I do believe the title of the tour. Come
and see an ABBA show. Come and see a concert like you've never seen before. Yeah, the one where the band isn't there. It's all AI.
Yeah.
Well, not AI. It's just
Yeah.
projections and shit.
Come and watch Abba, featuring the guy that once played bass on a track back in the day in the studio and never was with them live. Woo!
I just don't know how that concert was. I wonder if they have like actually a live band that actually plays, because the members of Abba aren't there. It's just like I say, it's just projections and shit on stage, which is it's pretty cool. But wow, what a fucking amazing business venture that is. It's like, we're gonna play live every single night, but the best thing is we don't have to be there.
We don't get tired, like it's not hard on the throat or anything,
we just sit and drink champagne while the money just rolls in. And even then, and I think it only it plays in one place, isn't it? Why? You could if you're doing it that way, you can just do it everywhere. Bizarre.
Well, it's the same like, remember when Kiss said they're finally retiring, but they're going to live on as digital avatars and there'll be all kinds of new stuff coming out. Who wants that?
Did that work out for them?
Yeah, I mean, that's like saying, remember the Way Outs from the Flintstone? They're coming back and doing a reunion tour.
I did hear an interesting story about some guy. I think, was he a country singer? I can't remember. I don't know the name, and probably not many people will. But he's a guy. He had some kind of illness, and he lost the ability to sing, play, or just do anything. But he's using AI to carry on his career.
Okay.
So it's still him, but just using AI to fill in for him where he can't do stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought that's a pretty interesting case of AI.
Yeah. If AI is jumping in to help somebody who can do it but can no longer because of something, right? Kind of like the what the Neuralink chip is supposed to be if it could stay connected to the person it's been put in. That kind of thing, right? I see that as a win. But like we were talking once on the show, let's go back to Pixar, because I have a direct relation to this. I can, the movie Cars. When the movie Cars comes out, there's a couple of video games that come out that are big budget that have the real stars of the movie doing the voice. But then you get all the leapfrogs things and whatnot that come out after and all that. And they just have voice actors trying to mimic Tom Hanks and everybody.
Yeah. Oh, that's a plethora of it. Tons of it.
Yeah. All those jobs are gone now because the AI, all Tom Hanks has to do is sign a thing that says, okay, I'll take another $1 million so that you can use AI to mimic me for all the little games and stuff I can't be bothered to show up and voice. And boom, all those people just lost their jobs. Done. Over.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, it might be a case where, if you do use the AI of, Tom Hanks, it's still too fucking expensive. And you just use the impersonator. So I hope it may be.
I hope people like Tom Hanks and all the other, I don't mean to single him out because he seems to be actually a cool guy. But I hope all of these Hollywood people instantly say no to that and make sure that they protect the other jobs of people that are in the industry.
To be honest with you, I don't think it makes a difference how cool a person is in Hollywood. I think they would all just sign up for it, to be honest with you, because that's all the whole thing. Well, that's what they've built their career on. You know, it's not about how great you are or how cool you are. It's about what deal you sign with your agent.
But if you're like Harrison Ford or Tom Hanks or a few of these real big dudes and stuff, and chicks as well, Jodie Foster and all kinds of people, you've earned enough money. You don't need the extra 100,000, 200,000 to sign that AI deal. Let somebody else have their goddamn job.
To be honest with you, I think Harrison Ford would have liked AI to do most of his work, his best career.
Well, at least over the last 10 years, he's been phoning it in for a while. Well,
he didn't like it.
yeah.
He doesn't like doing anything.
I think when he had to do the Indiana Jones movie with that Shia LaBeouf in it, he was just like, you know what? If you're going to pair me with schmucks like this, I can't be bothered anymore. I'm just taking the paycheck.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Scarlett Johansson thing though?
Oh yeah, the voice thing. The chick who did the voice is not impressed now either. She's like, "Hey, wait a minute. Nobody said I sounded like her before. Give me one sec, because I need booze. Explain it to everybody. Hold on."
Yeah. So OpenAI they brought out ChatGPT 4o, and part of that is like you have like voice, you can actually talk to a voice sort of thing. And one of them, well, a lot of people have been saying it sounds like Scarlett Johansson, and one of those people that said it sounds like Scarlett Johansson was Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, yeah, and
of course, she brought out a film. It must have been 10 years ago or something called Her, where a bloke basically falls in love with his AI on his phone, and she played the AI.
Yeah,
so there's been a lot of direct comparisons between what ChatGPT.
Wasn't that Joaquin Phoenix or something that played the?
No, it was Joaquin Phoenix, different guy.
Whatever. Hey, everybody's free to buffer when they want. I was just trying to,
It was huge anus. So basically, what happened is, So a lot of people were comparing the ChatGPT 4 to that film Her that starred her in it,
right?
And so there was this voice. I can't remember what the name of the voice was, but a lot of people were saying it sounded like her, and Scarlett said it sounded like her. And I've heard it, and the only similarity I would say to Scarlett Johansson is it's a woman.
I have watched Scarlett in the Avengers movies. I loved her in that movie, The Island, with Ewan McGregor and a few people in it, and so on. And I listened as well. And, I got a musician's ear, right?
She just basically doesn't have a strong accent, does she?
No. And she has this thing where she's not usually known for overly talking sexy, because she kind of doesn't have to. But I can usually pick an actor out. Like, you put a complete mask on them and whatnot, and as soon as I hear the voice, I'm like on IMDb, I know who that is, right? And boom, I'm almost always right. I didn't pick it out at all.
No, that's what I thought. I thought, no, this is just the sound of a woman.
Yeah,
and I think it was really unfair for her to get up on a fucking high-heeled, soapbox and shut it down.
And the girl who provides the actual foundation for the voice was totally not happy that all the attention was drawn away from the fact that she did a professional job, right?
Yeah. I think she should act in all of Scarlett Johansson's movies from now on. Fuck you, bitch. See, this is what I'm saying about Hollywood. You think some people are, Scarlett Johansson's always come across as a relatively decent person. You would have thought.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
But when it comes down to it, they're all out for themselves.
Yeah, there's too much.
Unfortunately, that's the way it is.
Why do you have to be greedy when you don't need it at all, and it now just becomes a race to count numbers? Like, I just, I'll stop because I'm going to rant. But
rant away, please. This is what we're here for.
But how much is enough? Like, imagine now you've got a house here, you've got a house there, you've got a house there, and you got a house there. A couple of those places.
But I haven't got a house there, though.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean, though, right? And 2 or 3 of those places require staff. So this is monumental costs. You've got the huge yacht, boat, whatever, and so on, and other things. And it's all paid for. You're not like racing to pay bills and whatnot. When does it become enough? When does somebody switch from being Bill Gates to Melinda Gates, who goes, there's no point in having this much wealth. I am going to dish it out because this is stupid. Right? I like Melinda Gates. Well, because she doesn't really like her husband.
I mean, it's funny because that's like weekend when I worked with Johnny Depp. It was like I was working, just one-on-one.
Yeah.
One-on-one with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Now, but then Johnny Depp had his editor with him, his associate editor, his assistant editor, his PR guy, his assistant to the PI guy, the two drivers, the two backup drivers,
the royal bum wiper, the whole bit,
the security guard. So this is me one-on-one, and we took over the top floor of this fucking office building with just his people, and it's just so funny because and that was him.
Self-important.
Well, it's not self-important because
that's true.
Because that's Johnny Depp is like at that time he was just like he couldn't even show his face on the street without being jumped on.
Yeah.
But that was him traveling light.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you can imagine this is what happened with all these Hollywood people.
Oh, totally. And how does that not affect who you are as a person?
I'm trying to think who it was. There was a story the other day, and the story blew up because I wish I could remember who it was. Some actor who was just like seen on the street. He was just out shopping or something by himself. Yeah, and that was a news story.
Yeah,
that Mr. Such and Such.
Yeah, exactly.
Hollywood star.
Yeah.
On his own.
Yeah.
It's like. That made the headlines because he wasn't with a fucking crew of people around him all the time.
I can't.
We were doing rehearsals at Pinewood. They were doing rehearsals at Pinewood Studio for
that's a famous place.
Some fucking concert. I think it might have been Whitney Houston. Did she know she was there, or? She had a limousine there that literally picked her up, took her 100 yards down the road, and dropped her off again
at a burger joint.
This is all on the studio grounds.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah. This is on the studio grounds.
I would have been embarrassed to jump in a golf cart to go that far. I'd be like, no, I just walk, man.
This is the same studio grounds where we had what's his name from Jurassic Park? This completely slipped his name now. The guy
Chaos
who played
Theory?
the doctor. No, the other doctor. Oh God, the Australian guy. But
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill. That's the same studio. And Sam Neill drove around on a golf cart when we were shooting Event Horizon in full fucking horror makeup, going "Good morning" to everybody. But no, this fucking trumped up fucking star had to have a limousine drive them from one door to the next.
Well, that's how a darkened limousine is the best place to hide and do cocaine between appointments, right?
God, it might not be a Whitney Houston, but it was someone at that level.
Some self-important git, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking hell. Yeah.
I got the pleasure of meeting none other than Jimmy Page when he was in Vancouver to do the was it Coverdale Page or I can't remember, but he was in Vancouver to do a show, and I knew that he was going to be at a certain bar because they had a total VIP room upstairs where all the cool people hung out and whatnot. So I went there, and I'd played there a few times. So the staff just let me through. Nobody thought of it. And I went upstairs, and sure as shit, Jimmy Page is sitting at the private bar. And I sat down and I said, "Hey, man, how's it going? Hey, good. And we had a couple of beers, and I didn't fanboy out, and it didn't piss him off. So
that's the thing. That's the thing that can happen with these Hollywood people. If you've cut through the bullshit, and you just go straight through that, and you're just like sitting next to another human being, they could be another human being too, and that is just fantastic.
Yeah,
I
the
just
first
love it.
thing that came out of my mouth was, have you had time to check out Stanley Park and do the little ring road around, you know? And he was like, oh, that was amazing, you know? And yeah, it was fucking, you know.
It's like I met Mick Fleetwood.
Cool. He's awesome. He's so cool. He was on Top Gear, right?
No,
you know?
He's so cool. He was introduced to me. This is Mick Fleetwood. Me didn't have a clue. I didn't make the connection at all.
You even heard the name and didn't?
Yeah. It was just like, oh, this is some tall bloke who is like co-producing the thing we're working on. Okay, Mick Fleetwood. Okay, yeah, hello, Mick. How you doing? Did not make the connection. That's Mick Fleetwood. You know, the guy who was in Star Trek: The Next Generation, dressed as a fish.
Mick Fleetwood.
Oh, that Mick Fleetwood. Now I got you.
Yeah. Mick Fleetwood is a hero, not just because he's from one of the greatest bands ever.
Oh, we should say for people who don't know, Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac, yeah. But he held that band together when everybody was fucking each other and getting divorced and stuff for the making of their greatest album, Rumors, right?
Yeah.
Oh, oh my God. Yeah. His interview.
It just kind of makes me wonder how many other people have I sat next to, talked to, who are like mega, mega famous.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't even crossed my mind. I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah. I remember years back, I was hanging out at, what was it called? Red or something. It was a bar just outside of Toronto. Let me try to get it in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I'll remember the name of it. And I was talking to this cat up at the bar, and he was a guitar player as well, and we were just talking shop and whatnot. And he said, here, I got a gig later. You should come by and hang out. And he hands me the tickets, and he goes, I got to run, though. I just realized, like, I'm almost late for sound check. I checked the tickets out, and it's for Alana Miles. He was Alana Miles' guitar player. And so we packed up and we headed off to that bar, and I got backstage and was hanging out with them and whatnot, and that was a great one. She was secretly some people in the Toronto music scene called her a lot of miles because supposedly
she's had a few.
Yeah, and when she finally hit in the 80s with that album Black Velvet and the Little Boys, and whatnot, she was not a young girl at that time, right? She'd been around a long time, giving it a go. But she was cool,
She'd been around the clock a few times.
Mm-hmm. She was a good rock and roll chick, though.
She'd been around a few cocks a few times.
Well, yeah. I don't know if it's called a casting couch as it pertains to music, but,
Nah. I'm sure there's another phrase for it.
Yeah,
just a van with a mattress in the back of it.
Yeah, no, probably a little better. But if you don't know who I mean, if you don't know who I mean, look up the name Alana Miles and look up the song Black Velvet. It's this cool soul bluesy kind of tune with still a real 80s thing to it. Good tune. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Did we? Oh, yeah, we did. We mentioned the channel birthday the other day.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us.
Yeah, but it's kind of strange because there's the channel once, there's the channel a second time, and that's kind of been erased, and now there's the channel now. So I don't know when the channel now birthday is. Right? You know what I mean?
It's like we should have an anniversary for like the first time I was on the Shills with you, and probably find. Well, you probably can't find that video anymore. It's probably been cleaned away.
Yeah. Well, we'll just pretend we looked swept
it under the carpet. Them days.
Yeah, I don't save the vacuum bags, so. Yeah. We have unlisted a lot of the older videos because if somebody watched them, they would get the wrong idea of what we do now.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. Yeah. It was cool in the beginning for sure, like the debunking thing. But
sorry, Lauren in the chat says when he's saying "Happy Birthday," it reminded me of Lee Marvin in Cat Baloo. Yeah, I know. I think that's probably where I get it from. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I think it's true. Yeah, well spotted.
Andrew Petrie in the chat says, "Hey Dawson, I like deep thoughts. There's an argument that could come back, but they might be something that are like Ko-Fi members and channel members videos, and then we can use them as little trailers or something. I'm not really sure. I have to make it easy because I'm almost at my limit of time that I can take away from parenting and homeschooling and all that other stuff. Right?
Stuff out,
yeah.
It takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do some Dunks deep digs.
What do we find in today's cranial cavity?
Let's open the anus of thought.
The rectum referendum with Dunk.
Oh, talking of which, we got a general election coming up in the UK.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, just got shot. I mean, isn't that amazing? In North America, they've been talking about the election of the president for like a year. It's going to happen.
It never seems to stop anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to happen in November. Isn't that right? Something like that.
I don't know.
Is that right?
I don't know.
And of course, the UK go no shit. We're going to do it next July.
We cannot be outdone.
And of course, there's a big conspiracy about it because it's like it's the election's on the 4th of July. And a lot of people saying, "Oh, but you're taking away America's holiday because we're having an election on the 4th of July." Well, you do realise this Britain, we don't give a fuck about the 4th of July. It's your holiday.
Actually,
Shut the fuck up.
I think it's funny that you guys are having an election on the day that celebrates your colonies breaking away from you.
Yeah,
right?
Independence. Yeah, thank God we got rid of those fucks.
Yeah. I'm surprised there was a war because if I was in charge in the UK and everybody was like, we want to be on our own, I would have foreseen the Bible Belt and gone, I'm not really sure I want to play there. You know what? Go do your own thing.
I think you should check the history. It wasn't so much of a war. I think we just let them win. Yeah,
yeah, not quite.
we just made it look good for them.
We ran down and burned down the White House just to show that,
Yeah.
Oh, here. Speaking of you see behind me, I've always got the bottom of a Canadian flag there. I got a new shelf thing on order with some lights, and I'll be able to dress up the back of the set a little bit better coming up. But I was looking around and I was shopping because I want to get something that's Ukraine focused on the background as well. I mean, we have the animated flag up in the corner and we have the emblem spinning and whatnot, but I want something here, but it can't be the whole basis of things. I just want it to be a part of things, right? So any ideas? Maybe I could,
Yeah, I've got a brilliant idea. Why don't you just print off a little tiny, teeny, weeny, little sandcastle enforcer flag.
No.
You can make it so like come out of a gun barrel. When you one of those joke guns that comes out with a little flag saying "bang."
It's his fault. We now have to pay a retainer for a lawyer, right?
What, Jimmy Fingers? Jimmy Two Fingers? He's not a lawyer. He's just a bloke, down the bloody pub.
He's had to hire a lawyer enough times. He understands now.
I just point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a lawyer. A lawyer is not a mafia member. That's not how it works.
D-Sade in the chat there.
You know this litigation, we're gonna make it go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, D-Sade in the chat there says, sponsor a Ukrainian model to be your symbol of Ukraine behind you. We have
Funny you should say that.
We have a Ukrainian model joining us again this Saturday for the Ukraine update stream. And yeah, join in.
We're not auctioning her off.
Yeah,
we're not doing that.
Yeah. So
Rick, that's for Ricky Ukrainian to do that.
Yeah. So Slavy, here's your itinerary. Fuck, she'd lose her mind.
Oh, she'd laugh.
Yeah, she would actually.
Yeah,
she's pretty fun.
She knows we just do it in good faith, good spirits, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, and she's streaming the show on Saturday on her channel as well. We're going to help her try to get monetized and get the view count up and watch hours and everything. Why not, right? You know, we are the Shills, so you shill people out, right?
Oh, I mean, to be fair, she was shilling out the Shills in her,
I know.
In her video.
Yeah, before we even met her. Yeah.
I know. That was the most amazing thing when I was like, checked back her channel. It's like, he's talking about the bloody Shills.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
She used the little image of Starsky driving the truck and everything, right? You know.
I know ex-Shills members who don't even talk about the Shills.
Funny that.
Good or bad.
Let's move on, shall we? Here, hold on.
And now for something completely different.
Oh dear. Oh, you got something. You can't press that button.
I started coughing. I had to mute. There was just,
okay. Let's talk about your coughing then. Let's do that then. Yeah.
Okay.
What was it like? What did it feel like? Was it a nice cough? Was it your favorite? How do you rate it? Was it one of your top 10 coughs?
Hold on a second here. I'm gonna.
We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do a video. Dick's favorite top 10 coughs. A review.
Okay, I'm gonna erase this. Hold on.
Don't even worry about it.
Ow! Oh,
It's gone. Okay.
good job. I had my sunglasses on.
Yeah. He charged me like $7 for that appearance. Fucking rich boy.
Hey, now we can just do it with an AI. You're screwed. You're screwed, Will. You're out of it. What would be funny is if you give me that video, I roto it out, and the only thing we keep is the little flashy thing, and we get a photograph of you. Or just film you against a green screen or something, saying the lines with sunglasses on.
We need Selma Hayek from Wild Wild West to do Will's lines from Men in Black.
Oh no, we'll just get somebody. We'll get Greg Terry to do it. Or we'll get Slary to do it. You know, and the only thing we keep is the flashy thing.
Yeah, we'll get her to the. You know. That'd be funny.
Hey, we could do that, you know. We have
the
technology.
The girl in black.
We have the technology. Whether I've got the time or not, there's a different matter.
Yeah. Speaking of time, we about a decade ago were talking about the house band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you literally went to town and made like Muppets and stuff and whatnot, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what you?
Well, that's where my knowledge of the situation ends. I was expecting you to take over there.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You're still waiting on it. You know, I know. Waiting on a lot of things.
We have an amazing idea, and he's really close to having it done. And
well, it was going to be. Hey, it's going to be done by New Year.
Yeah, we need peer pressure on this one. Don't get it done. Hashtag don't get it done.
Unfortunately, we had a higher level of peer pressure within the household to get some other shit done. And
yeah, they had to install new carpet for their dog to shit on.
And that took priority, and work's been busy. It's been a fucking nightmare, but work ends in a few weeks. So apart from all the other things I've got to do, hopefully we can get that done and dusted and get it sorted.
Yeah, we'll show you something amazing. We had the best idea, and unfortunately, he's the only one that can actually make it happen. And he's not, somebody who just sits around all day with his glass of wine in his hand.
Sleep. Yeah. I shouldn't be talking to you till 5 o'clock in the bloody morning. That doesn't help.
That's not a problem I have.
No, it's not a problem you have.
For me, it's like 7 p.m. or something.
Yeah,
it's all good,
Yeah.
Super chat Matt in the chat there says if there was a playlist called all of the unlisted videos on the Shills, that would be great. But dude, that would defeat the point of unlisting them. I get what he's saying, because there's some of the old ones he would like to see. Super chat Matt in the chat there, crazy long username it's May was on the channel previously, actually reading out the super chats. That's why we call him that, right?
Yeah. Well, we could push him to another channel, and upload him to another channel, which might actually do better. It'll be a competition to see if the old Shield stuff does better than the.
We've done a thing a few times where we've tried to upload clips to see if it works, short little videos, and YouTube just hates it because we're a live channel, right? So we did a thing where we made a sock account channel, and we just used it to test for copyright on the clips we were using, little things and stuff. And it started getting like a few thousand views per video. And we were like, for the love of fuck, come on, How is that even fair? Right?
Yeah, we gone viral on the wrong channel.
Yeah, exactly. We could probably monetize that channel if we gave a rat's ass to log into it at this point, right? Probably got videos with 20,000 views and stuff.
There's probably people sub to it thinking, oh, I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, I remember because it was CF Beauty who usually runs our live chats and the team and everything. She was right beside some of that tornado damage in Iowa, and she's offline and the whole bit. It really sucks. She'll be back really soon. But she got a hold of me after using that account to check some of these clips we were going to use on the show, and she was like, one of them's got like 3,000 views. And I was like, what? Oh, it's so unfair. I hate YouTube with every fiber of my being, but it's still the bigger platform. So where are you going to be, right? I need alcohol, so you're thrown under the bus.
Squelch. Yeah, we could probably put a video out of just like a 1 hour. What do they call those things? They're not just like sleep videos, but what do they? What's the word? But relaxations like videos, and it would just be like a 1 hour video of the Dixie dog jumping up and down. 1 hour video. And it'll probably do better than any of the other show we do.
Yeah.
Watch 1 hour.
Enjoy
1 hour of the Shills gag buttons. The goat stream, the doggy jumping, the raccoon running.
Even like something like the honesty meter. We haven't had to do that to somebody in a long time.
Nah.
You know,
That's because it's these days. It's a given, isn't it?
yeah, exactly, right? You know, okay, here, I'll pull the honesty meter out on Vladimir Putler. I mean, you know,
or anyone in politics.
exactly. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
a
Moscow
sports
March,
star,
right?
you know, or a Hollywood star, or anybody. You just like, I mean, even you can put it to the Catholic Church. You know, I don't think anybody's safe anymore.
No.
You know, to be honest with you, I don't think you can actually pick someone and say, you know what, he's not a lying cunt. I don't think you can.
Yeah, and it's getting.
I'm trying to desperately try to think of one, but
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
you know what? There is one person that might actually be honest in this whole mess.
Could it be Satan?
You know, you're probably not far wrong on that one, to be honest with you. He doesn't lie.
Yeah, he always shows up saying, "I'm gonna screw with your shit," right? You know.
Boy.
We had what's the user's name? Damn it, I'll figure this out. But the animation of baby Trump crying, we added a sound effect to it. Maybe not everybody. Yeah. So here, check this one out.
Soon to be edited into an hour-long relaxation.
Oh yeah, he'll be doing that by the fire. It'll be really good for your mental state. Say it with me.
We could put him in front of the Enforcer's fireplace.
Speaking of which,
we got to use that more often.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, we did a little bit of corporate investigation, and it turns out the Enforcer has not done a trademark on their flag, and so we have trademarked it, and we will be filing lawsuits very shortly.
Oh dear. How was that for a family of lawyers?
Yeah, we got this guy on the team. I think it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Giuliani, but they say he's a great lawyer.
Yeah, is that the guy that's been kicking out his own coffee brand?
Yeah,
that's trickling from his hair.
Yeah. No, but we were talking, I bet they have not trademarked it. And as such, we could legally spend like $1,500 or whatever and trademark their flag and then sue them for using it. Like it would actually be legal.
Yeah. Doing a trademark's quite expensive. I mean, they'd have to copyright it first, but even then, I don't know.
Wouldn't it be funny? That's the other thing.
I think we should have a T-shirt with their flag on it, but just with a big cross through it. And then it's under Creative Commons because we've parodied it. So even if they got it
we gave it the
copyrighted,
old Yankovic treatment, right?
Yeah. Even if we parodied it, they can't do anything.
Yeah. We could do a little okay, here, UTV in the chat there, boom. We're gonna hit the other one too, but Boom Fund and Beer Fund from UTV, and that was like it was I'm trying to do the
squazillion.
I'm trying to do the translation here, but it was probably about $250 American because it worked out to be like $27 Canadian. So big shout out.
Thank you, UTV.
Huge thank you. Oh yeah. You know what? Yeah.
It is nice when you feel like people love you a little bit.
I like it when UTV does that because it makes me feel loved.
I like it when anybody does it. It actually makes it think. We're not just like pissing in the wind here.
I don't piss in the wind. There's an old song that tells you not to do that because it's stupid, right?
Mm.
You got to aim appropriate.
Yeah, you just pissing other people's mouths.
And you got to watch when you go around a corner because sometimes you get that effect where it hits the right angle and, you're still going to get your jeans all like splattered, right? Yeah.
Mm.
You don't want to end up looking like Ronald Gump coming out of the bathroom.
It's easy. What you always do. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I always carry around, a cup of coffee with me. So if I get piss all over my trousers, I just chuck the coffee over it and go, "Oh shit, I got coffee! Oh, look at all the coffee all over my trousers."
Dude, this happens to you so often that you have developed a strategy so that you always have an excuse.
It's full planning. I won't tell you about my others now.
Oh,
You might think I'm weird or something.
Sure.
That's not fair.
So,
Like they say, the Boy Scouts, always be prepared. Bring condoms because you might not have.
okay.
The Scoutmaster, that is. All right, go on. Yeah. Oh, we got a super chat.
And we've also got that Buy Me a Coffee Ko-Fi site just freaking out in the background here. I have no idea how to make their shit work. Whenever I get these alerts, I don't know what to do. But then I get the YouTube thing that gives you I get to see people's names and stuff, and I know better, right? This Buy Me a Coffee thing, how does somebody like Rick, why are they so good at it and I suck?
I would imagine the Buy Me a Coffee thing is all directed to me for my my strategies for the piss trousers.
We need to engineer quick drying trousers because obviously we've got problems here. Doggy Dog threw in a Buy Me a Coffee support, and it says, "Laugh my ass off, FBNE."
FBNE.
It's capital F space capital B space little n space capital E. Am I just sadly old and have no idea? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah,
it happens to me
so
so often. Yeah.
Somebody in the chat help us out with that one.
Yeah. Help a useless old man out, will you?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. God, I don't even know how to use this site.
Fuck Bert and Ernie.
Oh, it is. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, how can I be that fucking clueless? How did that just happen?
Oh.
Okay, Doggy, that was really worth it.
Well, we can't fuck B&E because they couldn't afford us.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. There's going to be some balloon knot stretching going on.
I tell you what, if we did fuck them, they'd like it.
Oh, Jesus. Matt would just be begging for more. Oh, my God.
Oh, spit roast again, spit roast.
It'd be like a fly on a rotten piece of meat. Oh, yeah, give me more.
Can my brother join in at the same time?
Holy. Oblation comes in with a super chat towards the trademark. Woo! I have to really. Oh man, did Greg Terry give me shit one day when I mispronounced? I said Holly Oblation. Yeah. He's like, you can't even say it, can you?
Yeah. Not without flames coming out of his ears.
So now I always make sure I do like something grandiose every time. Holy. I mean, Oblation joins us for a shout out.
Every time you even talk to Greg Terry, you have to go down to the Church of Satanism and do confession. I confess I talked to a holy man. Well, Mr. Dawson, go home and spank yourself on the bottom 30 times.
Every time I do the Saturday show with Greg Terry, it takes me until like 3 or 4 hours after the show before I can summon fire, right? You know. Just
Yeah, I was going to play rock and roll on my guitar this afternoon, but I've just been talking to Greg Terry, and all this comes out is all this angelic fucking music.
Yeah.
Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya.
No, I don't think kumbaya is actually religious. It's more like hippie, right?
It's got my lord in it because it's religious. Kumbaya.
Okay,
lord,
the hippies
kumbaya.
stole it, right? Just like
Like hippies stole everything.
Yeah. Except deodorant.
Soap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Patchouli oil is not a substitution for bathing, people.
Come on, let's not be fair. We got quite an elderly, shall I say, or an older audience here. There's probably some people here who were probably at some point into the hippie trend.
I get called a hippie all the time.
I'm not sure if they were at Woodstock or anything like that. That's probably going back a little bit too far. Because it's like saying I was at Vietnam. No, I was at Woodstock.
You don't know, man. You were there.
What's the expression? If you can remember Woodstock, you weren't there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, okay. Holy says goat. And goat is yours.
Yeah. Even though it's a sheep, but
I know.
Tigers.
Yeah.
In
Africa.
How did that even happen? That you ended up with a video of a sheep had
and
the
we
scream
call
on
it the goat. Yeah.
And it became the goat. I mean, what went wrong?
I have invented like 4 bullshit stories to explain that over time, but the actual story involves me calling somebody out as an idiot, and I don't want to do that, right? So, but every time you ask me that, I literally come up with a new bullshit story, right? Because I just don't want to do it,
That's even more fun.
Yeah.
Well, what's today's new bullshit story then?
So here, the reason it's called a goat, even though it's a sheep, is because we were on tour back in '93, and in the van, there was this smell permeating, and you couldn't tell if it was this or that or the other thing. So we had to pull over and get gas. Everybody's getting high, and you could hear the sheep screaming in the field, but this dude pulled up in a GTO, the real goat, the car. And so we could hear the sheep screaming, but you could see the car. And that's when I put the connection together. I was like, goat equals sheep scream. And that's how we came to have a goat that's a sheep.
Can I run with Crest after that? Can you
give me credit? I made that story up on the spot. Come on.
Can you hit the honesty meter, please?
Oh God. Okay, here we go. I am not a crook.
I would have loved it if you managed to switch that to an honesty meter that went true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just throw me under the bus onto that one. He's like, no, he comes up. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, fuck you.
Oh, if only I had that figured out, that would have been awesome. Oh man. If anybody wants to apply for an unpaid job of creating AI memes on the spot that I can use, let me know.
Yeah, I'm sure tomorrow you'll be working that one up.
Oh yeah.
A modified honesty meter for the the catch the dunk out honesty meter.
Mark Schneider in the chat, silence of the Trans Ams. That's funny. My first car was a 78 Trans Am, like the Total Smokey and the Bandit style. And I appreciate. I will not
Did you have a
forget
big
that
hat?
soon. Yeah.
Did you have a big hat and a mustache?
Oh yeah, you can see me doing that, right?
Oh, I could actually. To be fair.
Seriously?
Yeah, I can see you in a big 10-gallon hat and big mustache.
Wow. With hair down to my ass. That's
Well, it's
common.
a different look.
Yeah, that's common, right? You know, I need a 74 Cadillac with bull horns on the front now, right?
Well, you are bog hoss. Just some good old bulls.
Oh man.
Hey, we got a shout out to do. We got some Shills memberships.
Woo! Paul Gilbert, the guitar player from Mr. Big, Racer X, and a few other amazing bands. Gifting out 5 Shills memberships. So, you know the deal, fellow babies. If you're the newest member, you get the bar tab. Make sure you send us your address and full name and stuff, and I'll send it right off to you.
Yeah, we're looking at you, Dolores.
Oh no, is it Dolores Claiborne? Because she actually fights back, man.
It's Dolores Chiasson. God, names. Me and names. What is it about me?
Did you just have a stroke?
I know it. No. I was sitting here, with the trousers done up. Shut up. Yeah. No. What is? Just me and names. I just get. It's so funny you said tonight. It's like I was going, oh god, the bloody names I get on these stories. He's going, you pick them.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I don't pick their fucking names. I'm just trying to do the story.
No, but
if I had to go through stories and say, right, I can pronounce that name.
Okay,
what have I got
hold
left?
on.
Oh, a man follows a cat home.
Okay, hold on.
There we go.
Okay, hold on. You pick this one, so you're getting what you get. You're getting what's coming here. What you remember the other day we did that story about that chick in Russia beaking off, and I kept calling her suck a cock off, right? I have a plugin for Chrome that gives me a highlighter function, and whenever there's a name that I can't pronounce, I always have a joke name for them stored up, and I highlight them in red instead of green when I'm reading my thing. And because I've read my articles previous, I always know the joke names I'm going to use, and there you go. Stop trying to pronounce them and just have fun with it.
Well,
right?
Usually before pre-show is I work on pronunciation of the names, but when it actually gets to the show, it's just like, yeah, it's all just gone. Memory's gone.
Yeah.
And I do use a highlight. It's just a black one.
Yeah, like the CIA, right? You
Yeah.
know.
That was a great gag.
That's why Tsoukalos on Ancient Aliens can't really prove everything, because every time he files a Freedom of Information Act request, they always come back with black highlighter all over them.
Super Ruth in the chat says, "Hey, Doug, did you just call Boss Hog
Hogspot? Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah,
I'm sure I said Boss.
Go
Boss
back
Hog.
and listen, dude. At 120 into the show, you fucked his name up good, but I didn't even bother. Yeah.
Boss Bogs.
It was hilarious. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That was a good one. Let me check a couple of the notification thingies that we get around here. Ko-Fi said we got like 5 new alerts, and I can't figure out how to find them. So if you're like somebody who threw into the buy me a coffee thing today, and I haven't shouted you out because I'm an asshole, I'm not. I just can't figure it out. Just at me in the chat and say, hey, you skipped me, jerk off or whatever,
doesn't it just like send you an email or something?
It's really convoluted the way they do things. I don't understand it. I got to get a hold of Rick and say, how have you tamed this beast? Because you seem to understand it. It just drives me crazy.
Maybe switch to another service that makes sense.
My patience levels with things like that these days, it's not going to help, right? I just don't have the patience to even bother, right? And it's not so much that I don't have time or anything. I mean, I'm fibromyalgia guy on disability, but my son's on the spectrum. I homeschool him and stuff. It's amazing we get to do as many shows around here as we do, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny though. Sometimes we have this conversation. I have this conversation with Dick, and he says, "Ah, we could do another show that does this on." And we go, Dick, are you sure about that? Are you sure you can actually fit that in? And it's like,
that's right. And we've got a couple of great ideas for extra content we could bring to the party. It's just, it gets to the point where he's gonna tell me, "Hey, stop sitting there talking to people that aren't in the room." Yeah,
but how many shows a week do we do? Think about it.
About 60?
60 a week. Yeah. So we do Tuesday, we do Thursday, we do Friday, do the after show. So that's 4. You do Saturday show, and then we do the Sunday Ukraine Beyond the Headlines,
and we do PubChat,
So that's 7.
Yeah. And Felix goes to visit grandma for a couple of days a week, and sometimes mom's there as well. But Felix is home on Saturday, Sunday, Monday's free because I need a day that's more focused on him. Tuesday we do the show. Wednesday is free again for him and I, and then he's off for a couple of days, right? And I just can't. As much as I would love to put a couple extra things that we've got great ideas for, I can't figure out how to do it.
Yeah, but you're missing my point. Is
it happens a lot.
We're already doing 7 shows a week. Now there's not even any apart from the news. that can like run 24/7. There's nobody else that actually does that kind of amount of content.
The Midas Touch Network does. I had to change my bell setting. No offense to them because they're a great channel, but they put out about 9 shows a day.
They got quite a large team though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the whole thing, right? They have a large team and all the team contribute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for not taking that and running, and we'll move on now.
And now
What, did I miss something? Did I miss a chance for a sleazy gag there?
No, but I didn't miss something. So anyway,
Oh, okay. lost me. Better explain that after.
It's probably for the best. The best.
Yeah. Talk to me after the show, please, Mr. Dawson.
There was a question for the two of us from Bob Doggy in the chat. What's the best way to support other than Ko-Fi or coffee?
A large suitcase of cash with unmarked numbers.
I can mute you if I have to.
You can. Yeah.
No, but the best thing you can do to support the channel directly or our fundraising efforts directly is always direct to our PayPal. It should be in the description of the video, because any service that you use, buy me a coffee, YouTube, super chats, and so on, they all take a cut before we get the money. And with YouTube, money goes in, and we just pay like, you know, their $3 fee to withdraw it or whatever after. It's the way to make sure that your dollars go the furthest. Oh, that sounded like an infomercial, but you know what I mean, right? It is true.
Well, click that bit.
Yeah. No, don't.
No,
But Bob, thanks for bringing that up, because, you know, like YouTube, they take 30% on the super chats, but then YouTube pays us out through Google AdSense, which then taxes us depending on what country you're from on the payout. And you can literally lose 38 to 42% on every super chat.
Yeah, that's probably one of their best inventions for printing money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's why we put that scrolling thing in the bottom. You know, we love super chats, right? But
they're a lot of fun.
Yeah. You know, and I know people like them sometimes more than direct donations because they stay on the screen the way everything works and stuff, right? But we do try to make more of bravado in the direct ones because they do affect the channel better, you know. And another thing, speaking of which, is the gifting of memberships, because that makes YouTube think that we're all badass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
press that honesty meter again.
3 times in a night.
Yeah. Take that, YouTube. See what badass. Oh.
And we've got some gifted memberships in, and I do believe the user's name is QDOS. If it's QDOS or QDOS, I'm not sure. But if it's QDOS, that there's some funny old tech stuff there. But let's hit it.
Oh, looks like Silver Earth is picking up the bill. Thank you, Silver Earth. In that case, I'm going to have another glass of wine.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have champagne delivered. Why don't we extend the after show and get properly drunk?
I'm going to have a champagne bath after this. Well, how about you?
Yeah, but if it's QDOS or QDOS, I'm not sure which way. Ask around. I'm really good at pronunciations, you know. So yeah. But thank you so much. You know, big hearts. You know, memberships that work out to be some money for the channel, but it also works out to be a push in the YouTube algorithm to make us look cool. So
yeah, it's also a bit of fun for the people who are, you know, in the chat too. So that's nice.
Yeah. And fun for me.
It's a win-win, isn't it? You know, everybody gets to play.
There we go. Right? Everybody gets to come out and have fun.
You can start putting a lot of raccoons in the chat.
Oh man, here, I got one.
There he is.
Here's another one we haven't seen in a while. Here's a chat dance for all the fellow babies out there.
Yeah, I don't think that's Star Trek canon.
No, but Kirk still hit on her. It was backstage. I gotta see a man about a horse. You gotta give me a second here, dude. There's yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you sucking that horse off all the time. You just can't keep his hands off it. Actually, there was a talking about baths in Champagne, all that kind of stuff. There was a story that came up this week. I don't know if anybody knows this girl. I think she was on Twitch or something like that, but mostly my OnlyFans. There's a girl called Belle Delphine. She's very cute, pretty, you know, young girl. And she had a thing. God, it was like it was years ago, like 2007, 2009, something like that, when she was selling her bathwater in jars on eBay, and she essentially made like $90,000 selling her bathwater. And what happened was well, she's in the UK. I think she's South African, but I think she's working out from the UK. And what PayPal did was shut down her PayPal account because they, according to them, you know, you I don't know why, but you can't sell bathwater through their terms and services. So they shut her down. They shut down her account and basically kept her $90,000. And not only that, there was like some kind of fine because she was selling the bathwater. That they were, for each one was like £2,800 or dollars.
Whoa!
Which is weird. So not only did they keep her $90,000, they were going to charge her for each individual transaction for this amount. And yeah, she's just finally after all these years has managed to get the money back, you know, from PayPal that they just shut her account down. And yeah, she's a dirty little sort. Okay.
Yeah.
But she was doing this thing, and that was bad. But what was interesting that she was pointing out in her, I think it was on Twitter, on her Twitter feed, that she was pointing out the fact that a lot of people have seen this on PayPal, where you know they take
a moral stance on things and stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, and you can have a reasonable large amount of funds in your account.
And they'll just go, no, it's ours now. Yeah.
Which is yours, and they'll shut the account down and just, you have no fucking access to it.
Yeah.
That has got to be illegal.
Here's more to that story. I don't know how many companies or countries are on the plan. There was a time in Canada you could do it, but you can't anymore. But in the United States, for sure, you can get a debit card off of your PayPal account because they were trying to encourage you to use them as your bank, so to speak. And then boom.
I had a PayPal credit card for a while, and then I just cut it up and threw it away. I'm not having that. Yeah.
You know, they I can't remember how it worked. They were available in Canada for a bit, but then I think it might have become a thing where because they're not a proper financial institution registered as a bank, they weren't allowed to issue the card in Canada. I'm not sure how that works, but I mean,
I'm sure they're not too sure either.
You know, because we have a couple of our services like Buy Me a Coffee that go right to PayPal. And what I do is I transfer that cash out of PayPal instantly because I trust them about as far as I could throw them. Sorry, dude. I don't know if it's kids or not, but somebody's driving me nuts with the doorbell. Like, just give me 1 second.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, because it is interesting that, you know, that, PayPal became that kind of like, the monster of the internet, you know, especially connected with eBay and things like that, that everybody was using PayPal. But it's interesting that like banks didn't cotton on to that before PayPal became a thing. So everybody was just so slow as far as the internet was concerned, you know? Oh, you all right?
Yeah. It was actually, they thought they were being helpful because the delivery driver dropped something off. Like it could have waited. I have a security camera, you know, like, you know.
You need one of those like a red light outside your door. So it says, well, not a red light because people think you're a prostitute. Well, more of a prostitute. Yeah, more of a prostitute than you actually already are. But no, you should have like a big recording light, you know, outside your front door. So, you know, streaming.
Well, funny enough, the light in my carport is red. It's like a 4-watt LED red bulb, and it's because it works really good at night with my camera to give it really good vision, right? And it's on right now. I literally do have the red light on.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light.
Those days
Dawson,
are over.
Dawson, you don't have to put on the red light.
Oh, you know, of all the people I've ever
Put
thought
on
you.
the red light. Put on the red light. yeah. Sorry. Go.
Yeah.
I had a moment. Yeah, it's all right. I'm over it now. Get on with it.
Okay, we'll call it that. And
Put yourself together, man.
Now for something completely different.
You don't have to sell your body through the night.
Does anybody have virtual bullets? Could you kill me now, please? Any hackers out there that could just like screw with my connection and make it not my fault? No.
Take me to the gravel pit.
When in doubt, bring in the goat. That's not a goat.
Desire says Doug is the new Elton Johnny.
No, that's funny.
Yeah, do not quit your day job, Dunk. Yeah. Shut up. Hey, I may not be a great singer, but at least people say I didn't sing.
Yeah. You know what we should do to keep tradition alive? This one here, we should call that the horse.
the puppy scream.
Yeah.
The horse.
Yeah. What about the angry dog?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
The drunk angry dog.
Yeah. And because CF can't be here today, this was her choice for a gag. I love this one a lot. So here, we're playing this one.
Today we're making fuck off pie. With 1 cup of no one cares, a dash of kiss my ass, add some fuck yous, a pinch of blow me. You're gonna want to stir it all together and shove it up your ass.
That one's pretty funny.
There's a great video that's doing the circuit on the social medias of a little girl in the UK buying, she's been in the ice cream van.
Oh no! Oh god! Don't ruin ice cream vans for me, dude.
Yeah, I know. She's going 10 quid for 2 bloody ice creams. He's having a fucking laugh, isn't he? This is a tiny little girl. He's having a bloody laugh.
It's like Terry Gilliam reborn in this little girl. Or Terry Jones, I mean. Yeah. No,
Yes.
Terry Gilliam.
Yeah, Terry Jones. No, you're right,
Yeah,
Terry Jones.
Jones. Yeah.
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 Oh, it's so funny. She's having this fucking run. Yeah, you can bloody hear me as well, can't you?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I'm sure if you just like search "little girl rancid ice cream van," you'll find it's fucking hilarious.
Well, I don't know, like
I'm not saying just saying the people in the chat.
Yeah. I not all of you know all the fellow babies that are tight to the crew like we do, but what you just described is a British Shayna Caldwell. That's exactly what she would do.
Yeah. Oh, now you're gonna get it in the chat now.
Yeah, here it comes.
Oh,
but
while are you doing that, you got a super chat. Get on with it.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm
new one.
Stupid like that. Oh yeah, here we go. Bob
Doggy.
comes in with a super chat and it literally says
Up your shaft.
Translated, it's up your nose with a rubber hose. See, Shayna admits it. Yep. True. I told you. Oh, Bob, that was funny as hell, man.
Oh God, there was a moment when you were doing the 42 show during the Ukraine update thing,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a picture of a girl against a wall with all these like photographs of soldiers on it.
Okay.
I nearly said something.
That one.
I nearly said something.
Oh God.
I nearly said, that's the worst fucking Tinder web page that I've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
And I thought,
I'll give you credit for creativity, but zero for appropriateness.
No. You give me 10 for appropriateness because I didn't say it.
Okay, that's no, but you had the peace of mind to say, okay, I'm not going to say that joke, but you actually did, right?
No. I'm opening up my heart to you, so you can understand the machinations of what goes into my crude fucking mind when I'm, where my mind just comes up with this shit.
I don't machinate, dude. That's just not happening.
Well, not your age. And yeah, and it's like, I was looking at that picture and I thought, oh, that's a great joke. And I go, oh, wait, no.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
No, it's not that kind of thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, some land a little soft. Oh, you should do the one about alcohol, because I do believe this is the correct place for it.
Which one's that?
The brewery with the lager and the other.
Oh, you mean the news story?
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me just.
Yeah.
Pull
all ready.
Pull up the details. Yeah. Because this is the. Hang on. In respect, give me like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So I can pull myself a nice glug and get through this story properly.
Yeah, Brits don't do the news without what's that stuff you guys pour in a jug? Not beer, ale, grog. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, you should watch the news at 10. We actually, we've got a bottle of whiskey underneath the desk. So this is the Coach and Horses pub in Billingham, Lincolnshire, and it's made the headlines because it's knocking out this controversial beer called Osama Bin Lager. And this bloody thing, it became a viral success. They just like ran out of it all the time. The funny thing was, a lot of people said it was a bit
Tasteless.
A bit tasteless.
Yeah.
What's really funny is there was this they were talking about social media hysteria. The feedback has been generally positive, but some punters have labelled the venture as distasteful because Lincolnshire is home to several RAF bases, and the Coaches and Horses itself is just a short drive from RAF Conisbee. And it's like, well, they're not fucking complaining. I know people in the RAF. They'll have enough drink, knocking it back. They're having a well time. No, but people are going, oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that because that's disrespectful. No. I had T-shirts that my father-in-law bought back during the Iraqi wars, that if I wore them in public, I would get shot,
Vilified.
I would be hit with cancel culture, no problem whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
And
You'd be the next Kevin Spacey, right? You know.
And if any of you people are as like ex-military and were part of that offensive in Iraq, you'll know the kind of t-shirts I'm talking about. And so I don't need to even mention them, but I'm not even going to.
But back to the beer people.
Back to the beer people.
They don't rest on their laurels, do they?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that this all started with what was the one they did? Kim Jong Ale. So they were kind of like following a line of dictatorships, and so they went on from Kim Jong Ale to a Putin Porter. And yes, they've gone on to this one with the former
the orange Mussolini.
Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant.
If somebody can help me get some cans of this beer imported or bottles, whatever, to Canada, I will proudly put them on the new shelf I got coming behind me for the new setup I'm building and stuff.
They'll be empty, but
I'll leave a full one of each. I will. Oh, please bring this to my life. Please.
So brilliant. Oh dear.
Hey, Johnny O, the plot holes in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. Nobody told me. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I got nothing to say. Go on.
He's not here. Shut up.
Yeah.
Do you know what was really funny about the whole Trump trial thing recently? When they were going through people like recounting all the shitty things that people have said about Trump on Twitter or wherever, they had to read them out to him. and he had to sit there and listen to people just like talking shit about him.
It's exactly what's going to happen to him when he tries to cross to the pearly gates.
He's like, oh God, I wish I wrote more shitty Twitter things about him to read it so they could have read it out in court. You dumb fuck.
Oh my God.
Now, I do apologize to any Republicans who do watch the show. We got nothing against you. It's just about this twat.
Yeah, but here, hold on a minute. Let's clarify that a tad, because most Republicans, and we're talking about like Greg Terry and Professor Gerdes, like they're friends of ours, but they're Republicans the way that Alex P. Keaton was on Family Ties, like Michael J. Fox's character. And those Republicans were not bad Republicans in any way. They were just dudes that, they just had a different economic structure. Exactly. They were
for
a little
the country.
Yeah. And there was no problem then. But if you were to reboot Family Ties right now, the Alex P. Keaton character would not be a Republican, because there's no way that would work anymore, right? And that's really sad, because the whole like America's system, I don't mean to get too far into this. I'm not very educated on this, but the American system of one party versus another is very much like in baseball. You have the National League and the American League, and they both fight to the end, and then that's the World Series. And you have the same thing in the NFL with the AFL and the different, and everybody loves one versus the other story. It really sells. It's very marketable. But And there is another thing, like with the Canadian system where we have like 5 parties, sometimes what happens is a lot of votes that could have gone to actually helping are lost in the shuffle on somebody who's never going to win. So there's, you know what I mean? It's an open letter. Democracy is a hard animal, but we should never let it degrade to the point where it's, you know, hateful fights and stuff. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I think it should be illegal for any political party to speak of another political party in their advertising unless they're in a one-on-one debate.
Yeah.
I think it should be illegal to talk about the other people, and you should only be able to tell us what your platform is and why we should vote for you.
See,
Leave the mudslinging to the goddamn tabloids and stuff.
It's
Enough.
almost like, you know, it's almost the funny thing is in the past, you know, there has been, you know, absolutely amazing Democratic presidents.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to sit here and name them, but you know, there have been.
Yeah.
You know,
Hugely. Yeah.
And it's just turned to mush. It's like having, you know, Jesus, you know, Jesus, you know, he died on our cross for sins and all that kind of stuff, and did some great work. You know, he killed lepers and all that kind. And then Mickey Two Fingers down the pub comes up. So right, I'm the new Jesus now, and I think I'm fucking great, and I'm going to do a rap now. And no, you just destroyed the legacy.
Yeah,
you just destroyed the legacy that Jesus has built up. You just completely smashed it. And
that's like dude goes into the synagogue, cleans house, fucking, you know, you're making money, screw that, kicks ass, and then you turn it into a rock and roll concert and invite Freddie Mercury over, right?
It's like it would be like putting us in charge of the Vatican. Which I think should happen, but you know, that's besides the point. But you know,
I should be in charge of far more than that in my mind. But you know,
I can just see Pope Dawson.
Yeah. When I come to power,
there's smoke. There's smoke coming from the chimneys. We've picked a new pope. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, that's just hash.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's just smoking a doobie in there.
Damn it, Dawson! Yeah, fucking stoner. What are you doing?
Stop the world. I want to get off.
Oh, I'd stop the world for you. Isn't that some new wave tune from like 83 or something?
I don't know.
I'd stop the world.
It's in your head, not mine.
Oh, I wish it wasn't right now because it's actually not a very good song.
You're going to be thinking about it when you're asleep tonight.
Yeah. Here, hold on. Elizabeth knows. Yeah. Damn it! Who did? Okay,
Elizabeth. She said yes. We don't know. We don't know what she was saying yes to. Any of the shit we just said in the last 5 minutes. I am free to
interpret this how I want to. Okay.
I'm not going to make you press the honesty meter again. That would be one click too far. Yeah, that would do.
So
what? So what?
Now for something completely different.
That's a
gag. The end of the show.
That's a gag that's got a lot of use tonight.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I have some shit on order. There's going to be some new stuff here. There's going to be some new stuff that comes in. I'm like a weather person.
You told everyone this earlier.
Yeah. But I was doing it like it was,
Yeah,
we have a low pressure system coming in from the side.
Oh, I can smell it from here.
Oh, that part ain't working. So let's see here. Should we switch to consumer advice?
Don't buy stuff.
That's probably a good idea. Don't buy from companies who only want to farm your information with bullshit subscriptions and cloud services. Oh, wait a minute. That's everyone. It can't be that general. We got to get more specific.
Buy Shills merch.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
Hey,
a good one.
you know, we keep talking about all these new T-shirts we're going to do. We never fucking get around to doing them. Do we?
Well, I come up with the ideas, but you're supposed to actually make them because I can't
Hey,
draw a
wait
stick
now.
at people.
Hey,
right?
hey, sit back down on that chair, you fucking doors. And sometimes I come up with the ideas. Who came up with the QR code last week? You know, it was me. Not
Oh, that
you.
was a good one. That was a good one. And
we still haven't fucking done it.
that's true, right? You're like me. You're really good at ideas, and your follow through is that of somebody with tennis elbow. You know, it's just-
We've got all these people in the chat. They got their bloody wallets out. I want to buy it. I want to buy your stuff. I want to buy your stuff. Yeah, we just don't get around to doing it.
hey, let's ask everybody. We did this once before, but let's do it again.
Oh dear.
You know, little Sergeant Buckchuck, our raccoon guy. Who in the live chat right now? It wouldn't be the cheapest thing. It would be like $40 or something. But who would buy a stuffed plushie Sergeant
Stuffy.
Buckchuck? Yeah, you know, like a teddy bear Buckchuck, right?
Well, I would.
If we could sell 200 of them or something, we can make it financially viable, right? So they're not too expensive. D-Sade there in the chat says Amazon $9.99. No, we want it to be our Buckchuck. Like we're gonna, do something custom, right?
Yeah. It's like I was down like Aldi, the other day, and there was like a raccoon in the bin. Yeah, it's like
Yeah. And, what we do is maybe we could slick $5 profit on each one and slide it over to Ukraine. We'll throw it to Pete the medic at Project Constantine, right?
Or with the ones we don't sell, we can fire at the Russians.
Oh, we could put explosives in them and use them as weapons, right?
Now what we do, we were talking about this the other day. This it's like a culture of finding a stuffy at the side of the road, and you cable tie it to your vehicle.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that it's got a motion sensor in it that if it gets a bit of vibratory, it blows up. So you have all these Russians go, oh look, a little cute little stuffy. I'm gonna cable it tight to the tank.
Orgasmically exploding stuffies or plushies or.
Yeah, some kind of IUD stuffy.
Yeah. Oh man.
Although in their case, it's supposed to be like we just like put IUDs in toilets or something like that. That's the thing they used to be stealing back in the day. During in the early days of the invasion, they were just like stealing toilets and washing machines and and blow up dolls.
D-Side in the chat there again says, hey, 5 from a 40 plushie that costs $9. You're worse than Walmart. Yeah, it's actually, if we sold them at $40, that would be break-even cost. When you get custom plushies made, holy shit, unless you're like Mr. Beast, they cost a fortune. I looked into this before, and we were looking at like having to have about $8,000 up front to throw in just to get a few of them. It was ridiculous. Oh my god!
Yeah, maybe we should just go to like Alibaba or something like that. AliExpress and
child labor for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either the Sergeant Buckchuck plushie for $40, or an official Fender Stratocaster from China.
Oh.
For $25.
Yeah. Imagine that. It's pretty much true, actually. Yeah.
Mhm.
But we'll see what we can do. We have looked at some services. Oh, man. Unless you can sell a lot of them, they cost a whack to make, And, we could just use a raccoon plushie, but it's not our raccoon. It's not the one Dunk made. It's not Sergeant Buckchuck. It's got to be ours, right?
Yeah. We could have just stick him on a t-shirt. Oh, we did that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody fucking bought it.
That's not entirely true, actually. Oh, yeah. We've sold a bunch of them. Yeah.
I can understand people's reticence at buying those the t-shirts on the merch store because it is kind of expensive, but at the same time, it's kind of not. It's a weird balance because
that Teespring. Yeah,
go on.
Well, that Teespring site, they have a high profit margin for sure. And in order for us to even make $1 on them, they have to be stupid priced, right? You're not wrong there. I can't stand them for that. Especially in the background before doing YouTube, I had a printing business with heat presses and big printers and the whole bit. And if I still had half of that gear, right, I could make our t-shirts for like $3 or some shit. It was,
Yeah.
I hate that. It's really, really nasty how everybody has to, get their greedy paws in to a point of not a fair profit, but, look at me on the stock market. Fuck off,
Oh, the worst thing about it is delivery. Because it's like, $5 delivery. Oh, I might get 2 t-shirts. Oh, it's $5 each then.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
That's the worst part of it. It's just like,
But you can put the 2 in the same package.
But buy our merch.
Exactly. Yeah. And I hate promoting these companies, Like I would love it if we were 3 times as big as we are as a channel. We could hook up with a small little printing business in North America, in Europe, and so on, and we could actually support, somebody who has the gear making our shirts for us and shipping them out. It'd be far better,
Ukraine.
Right?
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? It's actually coming from Ukraine.
Oh my God, that's not a bad idea, is it?
Yeah. So they get the chunk.
Hey, if you're watching right now, still hook us up with printing shop in Ukraine that could handle doing our merch for us, and we could just let them have the profit. Put the things that are local to them, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Right. We don't do the merch store for profit because with like Teespring and stuff, there's no profit to have. If we want to give people a fair price on a t-shirt, we don't really get any, right?
First last says, some kids in Bangalore. No, we'll ship the kids from Bangalore to Ukraine. Probably be safer.
That's probably a good idea.
Child trafficking on the Shills.
Yeah. Turn to us if you need an illegal income, right? Oh my God. Give me.
Maybe not that then.
Not quite so much. Here, give me 1 second. I'll be real quick. I know. Again? I know it's one of those nights, but what are you going to do? Hold on.
Get him a fucking colostomy bag at this point. Piss bag Dawson. Just can't keep it in. I've told him to get a bucket. We had the bucket fund. Still hasn't bought it. No, he's back. Shush.
Yeah, no, I just had to
talking about him.
I just had to deal with the thing. There's, I won't even go into it, but yeah. So what are we at here? We're over 2 hours. We should probably do our Mr.
Grown up.
Rogers' neighborhood type exit now. You know,
What's that?
could you be? Would you be? Won't you be my neighbor?
Oh,
Didn't we have a fun time today, everybody? We learned about
yeah.
school buses, firehouses, and sharing.
And large cock.
Oh, it's always about the rooster with you, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we never had Mr. Rogers over here. Yeah.
Really?
He sounds like a massive perv.
Oh, no, it's the reason that you weren't raised properly. Now it all makes sense to me.
Yeah, like you were. Hey, we got another shouty.
We got kudos in gifting out not one, but 5, but 10 Shills memberships. Holy, you know what that means? We have so many people lining up to take the bar tab that
I'm just waiting for the chat to filter through to see who gets the bill at the end.
I'm going to go get more alcohol. I'm going to come back. And what we're going to do is congregate in the live chat room of the, what's it called? That thing we've got that pisses me off. Discord.
The car park.
Yeah. You know, the place with the
elephants.
But yeah,
fish.
we'll gather over in
Egyptians.
Discord, and if anybody has something to say, I'll, you know.
I'm just going to say words at this point because it makes no fucking difference. Why bother trying to make sense at this point in the show? It's just like,
if your belly button tickles right now, it's probably his fault.
Press the other button. Press the
Kippers.
something completely different.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. So here comes Little Fish.
And now for something completely different.
Camel toes.
Simon Townend comes in with a super chat. Bucket fund. Come on, how much is a bucket? Truer words have never been questioned, asked, or spoken. So
it would have to be a big bucket. You know, I've heard him piss. He's like a fucking horse.
let's do a little thank yous and stuff. We're not going to do the live credit thank yous because honestly, I'm pretty sure I'll fuck it up at this point. So, you people in blue in the chat, BME, Shayna Caldwell, Yenna, Project Constantine's with us. Hey, Yenna, BME,
Shayna Caldwell,
Shayna,
BME,
yeah.
Cuddly Toy,
if you ever see a sort of shorter hot chick in your backyard having a shower with a garden hose and deodorant, it could be one of our mods. I'm just saying. I heard a story earlier. It was pretty weird.
Strange folk you hang around with.
Yeah, it does seem to happen. Remember, if you're not the good-looking one in your relationship, you should be good at fixing things and be handy, because that way you'll probably get a better performance for your efforts. Is that good consumer advice?
Well, I would say don't give your monkey alcohol.
Nobody fucks well if you don't earn it. See you in the Discord. Does that make sense?
Sit on my tail.
Oh God. Good night, everybody.